what's going on with the safeties in the NFL? Because it seems like they all got hit in the face with just cuts everywhere. And obviously the Lions did cut Tracy Walker. We did expect that coming off the Achilles tear and the demotion. But you're seeing all pro guys. You're seeing Quandre Diggs gets shockingly cut by the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Simmons from the Broncos. Jordan Poyer from the Bills. It's all these big names at safety. Either they're free agents already, or they're getting cut, or they're asked to take a pay cut like Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and Harrison Smith. What is happening?
I just think it's a devaluing in the position. I really think that they don't really feel like safeties are that valuable. And that would be why, especially once you get to a certain age. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing. They let those guys go. They feel like, you know what, we can get a younger guy that could do for cheaper. And you know, you get what you pay for. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. But then the thing that happens when you get with these older guys, and that's why you see, you know, a lot of them, well, that I can remember, haven't really seen, they haven't really signed. You know, I know Quandre hasn't signed with anybody. I haven't saw Justin Simmons sign with anybody. I know Jordan Poyer took a $2 million deal in Miami.
Something like that. He took a
well, he lives down there though.
Yeah.
So for him, that's probably like easy. Like, I live down here. I don't have to go back to Buffalo. I can stay at home, make a couple meal. Like, that's probably what's fine for him. But a lot of those guys, I mean, Honey Badger, he's from New Orleans or Louisiana area. So yeah, you'll take a pay cut sometimes to stay at home. I mean, I'm an older guy. I don't want to move anyway, right? But you get some of these guys, man, and it's like, even like for me, like when I was you know, when I had got released from Detroit, you know, I was in year 10 and I had only wanted to play 10 years, you know, and I had always said, you know, for me to go back on the field for year 11, it would have to be something like great. And the only way I would have went back on the field in year 11, if it would have been back here with the Houston Texans, because I live here. I didn't want to, I wasn't in Detroit. I didn't want to move to another city. I didn't want to go anywhere else. So if I could have played another year here and the money made sense, then yeah, I would have done it. But outside of that, I wasn't even trying to do anything. And then once you sit down, once I sat down with my financial people, they're like, all right, man, you know, the way your life is, the way you're set up, I mean, you got to make at least this much money for it to change your lifestyle by 20 grand. And it's like, all right. So you mean to tell me I got to go risk my life, my health, all that stuff for a change in lifestyle for 15K or something like that? And it's like, it ain't really that much benefit for me at this point. It's not going to change my life if I play one more year and yeah, you make $4 million, but taxes are going to take this and you're going to do that. And, you know, and I don't want to just, you know, throw that amount of money out lightly. But when you get to a certain level, certain things don't mean as much, right? Like when a person has $1,000, they don't care as much about the $10. They, you know, saying it's just $10. I got 1,000, right? When the person got $100, that $1 bill is kind of like, oh, just $1, right? So even though you get up in the higher levels of money, it's kind of the same way. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of have a good foundation, when you look at what I got to do, it's like, okay, is it worth it? And you know what I'm saying? Then you start seeing guys walk away from, you know, major money, you know what I'm saying? And people can't understand, man, why is he don't want to play? He's making $15 million a year. But in his mind, he's like, dude, what I got to do to earn that in comparison to what I already have, I'm really fine already. My life, my health, my sanity, my family, my friend, like, it's more important to me than that. So then it's not worth it to them. And so that's how it was for me. So then now you look at guys like Quandre, like, I mean, He was in Seattle. He's going into year 10, I think. I mean, I don't know how he feels about going somewhere where the money isn't really worth it. You know, I mean, he lives in Austin, I think, or somewhere mid, I think around the Austin area. He's from Houston or Angleton, which is a little south of Houston. If the Texans presented an offer, I don't know how much he's willing for as, you know what I'm saying, like a pay cut, because is it worth, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, even for him, if he lives in Austin, he gets signed by the Texans, he still got to get a place here now. Like I said, Jordan Poyer lives in Miami, I think. So he probably don't even have to get a place. He's just like, all right, now I'm at home. I just got to go to work now. That's easy for him, right? Harrison Smith has been in Minnesota for 13 years. Sure, I'll take a pay cut to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still want to play. I don't want to go anywhere else, though. So, yeah, whatever. It's fine. But I don't know, you know. And I think a lot of the things with Seattle was with Quandre now, and I don't know this for sure, but they got a new head coach now.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to, I think Matt Patricia did the same thing. Sometimes when you come in and you just have to get rid of some of the powerful voices in the locker room. And Quandre is a powerful voice. He's a leader, captain in that locker room. Jamal Adams, I'm sure, was a personality, a loud voice, right? So sometimes you have to remove some of those guys so that you know, you can get the younger guys to buy into what you're selling, and not be influenced by things that the older guys are saying. The Justin Simmons situation, I don't really know. You know, it could have been the same thing. And maybe Sean Payton just didn't want to make that change his first year. Kind of like I said, when Matt Patricia got there, I asked to be released. And I told Matt Patricia, this has nothing to do with you. I don't even know you like that. This is my first time ever talking to you, right? I just don't want to start over here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm in year 10. I know this is kind of my last year. I don't want to start over here.